Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John and I have a new ranking. I will be ranking the closing tracks of the Beatles. So I will be basing it on 12 albums. I'm not going to mention a Yellow Submarine because I don't really feel it's worth talking about, and it would have been last anyway. So I'm going to leave that off. So it's going to be 12 songs. It's going to be a different type of ranking because the Beatles didn't always end their albums with a banger. This will be a different type of ranking than my ranking of the opening tracks. The last few songs might not be that great, but the top 7 or 8 are really awesome songs. So let me get right into it. So coming in at number 12 is Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby from the album The Beatles for Sale. I have this last. It's a cover song. It's a rockabilly song written by Carl Perkins. It really sounds like an Elvis Presley song, and I thought it was an Elvis Presley cover at first, but it's actually a rockabilly song, and it's not really that bad, but it's the type of song I would rather hear from Elvis than I would the Beatles, so that's why I have it at number 12. Coming in at number 11 is Dizzy Miss Lizzy from the album Help, and it bothers me that this is last because the second to last song is Yesterday, and if it had been the last song, this would be a completely different ranking, but that's not the case. But it's an okay song. It's just a rock and roll song. It has that 50s vibe, written by Larry Williams. It reminds me a little of Jerry Lee Lewis with that piano, but otherwise it's not a standout song. Coming in at number 10 is Money, That's What I Want from Meet the Beatles. It's another cover song recorded in 1959. It's a blues song recorded by Berry Gordy for Motown, and it's okay. I like it a little bit. It's not a particular style of music that I like. Not really that bad. I do like the piano intro. It's pretty cool. I like the vocals, but otherwise that's about it. That's my number 10 pick. Coming in at number 9 is Good Night from the White Album, and this is just one of the weaker songs from a really great album. I just find it boring. But I know they wanted to close out the album with a slow song. It's almost like a lullaby. It's sung by Ringo Starr, and I guess it's not that bad. It's the kind of song that you can fall asleep to. Maybe it serves that purpose, but that's my number 9 pick. Coming in number 8 is Twist and Shout from the album Please Please Me, and it's another cover song, and you see the Beatles usually ended their albums with a cover, usually most on the early albums, but I really like the song. It's pretty good. It brings back memories from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, if anyone remembers that movie from the 80s. It's just a really good rock and roll song. I really like the vocals on this one as well. And not bad at number 8. Okay, now on to number 7, and the songs from here on in are really good. So let me get into it. Coming in at number 7 is Get Back from the album Let It Be. This is a really good song. It's just a blues rock song. Really like that galloping rhythm of the song. Really great vocals, and has some really good lead guitar work that you hear between the verses. That's pretty cool. Really cool keyboard solo. I like that, and just really great rock song on this one. Coming in at number 6 is Run for Your Life from Rubber Soul, and this song this is really conflicting. I have a lot of conflicting feelings about this song because the lyrics are just really disturbing. I guess maybe in the 60s it was acceptable. It didn't really bother people to hear something like this, but I don't think it would be acceptable by today's standard, but that's probably the case by probably a lot of the Beatles songs. But this is a really good song. It's a really great melody, and it's just a really great song structure. It's very catchy. It's very memorable. But I like the song a lot, so that's why I have it at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is All You Need Is Love from the Magical Mystery Tour. This one is kind of cheating because this was released as a non-album single in 1967, but they did put it on this album. It was also on the Yellow Submarine album. Just a really good song. There's really great vocals, some great lyrics. Pretty cool time signature changes, and it gets a little psychedelic at times, and just overall a really great song. Coming in at number 4 is The End from Abbey Road, and the only reason I have it so high is just because of the drums. It's really awesome drumming. I mean, I really like the drum solo, and it's like one of those like rare times you do hear Ringo Starr like do a drum solo, and the drumming reminds me of, it's almost like a Led Zeppelin song. That's what I like about it. It's just a nice, like kind of like a harder rock song, and it's only 2 minutes long. And there's like a lot going on. It has like the guys jamming at the end. And this is also a very special song because it's like the last song that was recorded collectively by the Beatles. It has a really cool piano interlude that goes into that melodic part with the guitar solo. That's another great part I like. And like I said, it's a little over 2 minutes, so there's a lot going on here. So coming in number 3 is I'll Be Back from A Hard Day's Night. And if you've been watching my Beatles videos, you know I really like this album. This is definitely my favorite of their like earlier albums. It's just so catchy, really great Lennon McCartney song. It's an acoustic rock song. I really like the sound of the guitars. I really like the vocal harmonies in that, and it's a different kind of song. It's just like this, like kind of like a very long verse, and then it goes into like a breakdown, and there's another like long verse, and it has like a different type of structure than most Beatles songs. But that's what I like about it. I just like listening to the lyrics, and this is a really good one. Coming in at number 2 is A Day in the Life from Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and this is just a very like melodic song. There's like different parts to it. And you listen to the lyrics, and it just kind of like paints a picture of like what's going on. Has a really great bass sound like that. And I like how they have like the first part of the song, and then it goes into like this like whirlwind sounds. Then the second part where it has this really like cool like bouncy beat. And it is this part, I believe it's Paul singing. If I'm wrong, let me know. But he's just like singing his morning routine, and it's just like so cool that he's like talking about everything he does when he wakes up. And then it goes back to the original melody, and then the whirlwinds come back and the song's over, but like you think it's over. There's like maybe like 10 or 20 seconds of silence, and then you hear all this like weird, like strange, like psychedelic sounds. Really crazy song, but I really like it. And speaking of psychedelic, it's my number 1 pick is Tomorrow Never Knows from Revolver. Just a really great psychedelic rock song. It has all these like different sounds, like these seagulls, and a really cool like drum beat that carries like the song like from the beginning to the end. It has all these sound effects, and this is very influential. Like one of the first songs that use like different like electronic sounds, and like one of also the first songs to use like sampling. And if you listen to like the later like Radiohead albums, like from OK Computer on, a lot of their song structures remind me a lot of this song. It just has that like constant like drum beat with like these different like sounds going on. It's really cool, and this is definitely probably one of my favorite Beatles songs. So that is it. Let me know in the comment section what do you think. You can give me your ranking. What would you have higher? What would you have lower? I'll be back tomorrow. I'm doing some tier lists. I did one for Led Zeppelin a while back, but I kind of figured out how to do it correctly. So we'll be doing some on different heavy metal bands. I've also been listening to The Doors a lot. You check out my back, Morrison Hotel. But I want to do a ranking of all the Doors, including the 2 albums that do not have Jim Morrison, which I listened to today, and they're not actually that bad, and they may or may not be at the end. That's it. Check out my in-video links right over there, and I'll see you in the next one.